Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Good morning, traders. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of May. I hope you enjoyed your long bank holiday weekend. And guys, if you've got any questions or need any help with your trading, then please leave a question below the vid, guys, and I could perhaps do a tutorial to help you. Right, as usual, guys, we've got quite a busy video. We've got a look back at yesterday's trades. We've got potential new trades for today, and we've got the news as well for today. Right, but let's start with yesterday's trades. We had 4 potential trades. The first one was this is the Aussie dollar against the US dollar. Okay, so price, as you can see, was clearly in an uptrend, using this grey diagonal line as support. Yeah, okay, but eventually this broke, guys. Okay, and we've been in a downtrend ever since. All right, then if I zoom in a little bit, you can see the daily candle. So we had this very bearish daily candle, which just told me we could carry on price down to this blue line and this psychological level. All right, guys, but let's look at H1 to see what actually happened, if we could actually get in on the trade. And the answer is yes. Okay, so price did come down to one of our grey zones, then it retraced back up. And then I entered on this candle, guys, this candle here. Okay, so price came up, we had a doji, followed by a bearish candle. Okay, and it was corresponding with this area here, these, sort of last highs here. Okay, so I entered on this candle, guys. I entered on the close of this candle. I put my stop, just above here, above these highs here. And then I took price all the way back down to these lows here, guys. All right, this is where I closed 80% of my trade. Okay, so yeah, good entry in the grey zone. Give me a nice risk to reward of about 1:1.5. Okay, and then I was closed 80% here. I was still in the trade for 20%, but as you can see, I got stopped out over here. Okay, but still a profitable trade, guys. Okay, so happy with that one. I hope you took this trade. Next one, guys, is this. This is the Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar. So yeah, guys, so again, similar scenario to the Aussie dollar US dollar. The reasons we were shorting this was, as you can see, it was clearly in an uptrend. Okay, but then it started to break these lows here. Okay, so structure changed, it then carried on down. I was a little concerned about this diagonal line here. Let me just zoom out, let me just show you. Yeah, this diagonal, grey diagonal line here. Thought this could act as support, but it didn't. It still broke this. It was clearly in a downtrend. And again, we had 2, very bearish candles form one after the other. So again, we just wanted to take price lower down to our higher time frame target, which in this case was this blue line here. Okay, 900. Okay, I still think this pair is going to come lower. It just depends where it wants to retrace to. But it is in our grey zone now, so it'll be interesting to see. Let's look at H1 now, guys, for execution. So yeah, so as you can see, guys, price did eventually come up to one of our grey zones. Okay, I actually entered on this candle here. Yeah, so it come up to our higher grey zone, got a bearish candle engulfing candlestick pattern, and the idea was to take it back down to this low and close 80% and then leave 20% to run. As you can see, that didn't happen. I'm just still in this trade. My stop was at 21. Okay, so we'll see what price does here now. It'll be interesting to see back in this grey zone, back at these highs. But I'm still in this trade for 100%, guys. So yeah, we'll see what happens probably over the next couple of hours, guys. Okay. So let's see about that trade today. Next one, guys, was this. This is the Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. So yeah, we were looking to short this pair because it was clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, but then price started to come down quite aggressively, which broke this low and even this low here, guys. Okay, and we got this very bearish candlestick pattern form, or very bearish candle form, and the idea was just take it down to this blue line or this blue line. Okay, this doji that formed yesterday, this doesn't tell me anything. As far as I'm concerned, sellers are still in control of this market, and I expect it to go lower. All right, but let's look at H1 to see if we could get in on the trade. So as you can see, guys, we didn't really have an opportunity to get in on this trade. Yeah, it didn't reach any of our grey zones. And this price action, we just don't like this price action. Yeah, just chopping. Yeah, price doesn't know what to do with itself. Okay, eventually it's broke upwards. I still think it's going to react at one of these grey zones, back down, yeah, back down to our blue line targets. Okay, guys, we didn't have a trade on this one, but I still think it's going to go shorter. Okay, next one is this, guys. This is the New Zealand dollar against Japanese yen. So a similar story to the Aussie dollar Japanese yen. Yeah, it was in an uptrend. Started running out of steam. Yeah, it wasn't really creating higher highs. Okay, and then price come collapsing down, broke these lows, broke this low. So again, for me, structure is in a downtrend, and we had this very bearish candle form. Okay, so the idea was just take it down to the last low here, which is exactly what happened, and then even leave some on the trade to come down to here. All right, guys, so yeah, let's look at H1 to see what happened here. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, I had a nice trade on this one, guys. So price did come up to our grey zone. Okay, we had a bit of a wick, yeah, on this candle, and we had a bearish candle form after that. Okay, so this told me we could take price lower. Okay, so I entered the trade. I had to put my stop here, and my entry was here. So this last low didn't give me a risk to reward of 1:1. So my target was my blue line, this 8350 area. Okay, so as you can see, it eventually came down, hit it a couple of times. Okay, and this gave me a risk to reward of a little bit more than 1:1. Okay, so yeah, a good trade, and I closed 100% at this blue line. All right, guys, so yeah, profitable trade on the New Zealand yen, profitable trade on the Aussie dollar US dollar, Aussie dollar CAD. We're going to find out what happens with that today, and Aussie dollar yen, we didn't have a trade. So a very profitable day, guys. I hope you took some of those trades. Right, let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed yesterday's recap, then please smash that like button. Yeah, it really helps support the channel. And why not subscribe? Come and join us. We'd love to have you at Simply Forex. Right, guys, trade ideas for today. We've got two potential trade ideas, both for yen strength. I think a lot of the yen pairs might start coming down, but these two in particular. So the first one is this is the Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. We've been shorting this for a few days now, guys. All right, so we know the reasons why we're taking it. If you remember rightly, it was in an uptrend. Okay, and then bang, we had this 4 days of negative candles, which broke this low and this low. So the structure for me is in a downtrend. Okay, so we're looking for shorts, and then we've had this candle form, okay, which tells us that sellers are in control, and then this candle didn't tell us anything to the contrary. Yeah, sellers are still in control of this market. Okay, so we're looking to short this market just down to this blue line or even this blue line, guys. All right. So yeah, we still like this trade very much. Let's look at the H1. So I haven't moved my grey zones, guys. Nothing's really changed. So yeah, we still want price to come up into this grey zone. Okay, and then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern. That is always our trigger to enter. We'll enter the trade. We'll close 80% back down at these last H1 lows. That's always our first target. Then we'll leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. Okay, if that doesn't happen, guys, yeah, price could retrace all the way back up to these highs here. But again, we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. That's our trigger to enter. We'll take price back down to the last H1 lows. Okay, during the day, guys, the H1 low might change. Please bear that in mind. But as I'm looking at this chart here, this area here is the last H1 low. Okay, close 80% and then leave 20% to run down to here. Okay, so yeah, Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. We're still looking to short this pair. Next one is this. This is the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, guys. Okay, so yeah, not dissimilar to the Aussie dollar yen. Yeah, was in an uptrend. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows, and then price came, yeah, quite aggressively down, breaking this last low here. Okay, and then we've had 2 days of negative candles, which tells me we can just take price back down to this low here. Okay, so we're looking to short this market. Let's look at H1 now for execution. Yeah, so yeah, a couple of things can happen, guys. So we want to see price retrace up into this grey zone. Then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. Okay, we'll take price back down to the last H1 low, but only if we have a risk to reward of 1:1. Yeah, if we exited the trade here, I doubt we'll have a risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, if we don't, there are 2 things you can do. You can leave 100% on the trade and take it back down to this blue line, or you could wait till you get roughly a risk to reward of 1:1 and then close 80% of the trade, say here for example, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, that's what I tend to do, guys. I'm looking for yeah, risk to reward of 1:1 or a little bit over, and then just yeah, close 80% so I can leave 20% to run quite freely. All right, okay, so if so we've got, that's our first grey zone. Our second grey zone is up here, guys, so these last highs here. But again, if price retraces up to here, you want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form, take it back down to the last H1 lows, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, so yeah, a bit of yen strength today. I'm seeing yen strength across all pairs except the US dollar, Japanese yen. But yeah, they're the 2 trade ideas for today, guys. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this morning analysis and would like to receive it every single day, Monday to Friday, then please subscribe to the channel and smash that notification button, guys. That way you'll receive an alert every single morning and won't miss a single one. Right, guys, so news for today, Tuesday the 3rd of May. As you can see, we've got China on holiday and Japan, the lucky Whatsits, another day off for them. And literally, we've just had some really important news, guys, coming out of Australia, the interest rate decision, and it's better than expected. Okay, so expect to see a lot of Aussie dollar strength today. So the Aussie dollar yen pair that I showed you guys, let price settle after the after this news event, yeah, because it's going to go a little bit crazy. Okay, so yeah, big news just come out, and we've got the statement as well. All right, so that will really move the Aussie dollar pair. Next piece of interesting news that we want to look at is this: at 7:55, we've got a 3-star rating, and it's employment data coming out of Germany, so that could move any euro pair. At 8:30 GMT, we've got manufacturing PMI, so yeah, that could move any pound pair. we scroll down, guys, at 1 o'clock, we've got the head of the European Central Bank speaking, Lagarde. So when she speaks, she can really move the euro. So must be aware of that. 2 o'clock, we've got employment data out of the US. So again, a 3-star rating can move any US dollar pairs. And then finally, guys, if you're still up, we've got a bit of a slew of New Zealand data. So we've got employment data coming out at 10:45, and we also have some speakers and a press conference at 11 o'clock. So this time of night can really move the New Zealand dollar, guys. Okay, guys, so yeah, that's the news for today. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. It will be greatly appreciated. I hope you have a fantastic trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Adios.